Hello and welcome to Khmer Youth Voices for Justice. This is program under CNRP America. Thank you for joining me. Today is March 11, 2025. It's Tuesday, March 11, 2025. Thank you for joining our show. I hope you like our show and please share our show with the Khmer Youth overseas so they can learn what's going on in America. Um, we don't have any more intro, so we could just cut to introducing our guest. I have a wonderful guest. He have many titles, but one of the title under CNRPA America is General Secretary. So let me welcome Mr. Ricky. Mr. Ricky.
Yes, rib way.
How are you doing today?
I'm okay. I have some voice coughing, but I'm still here. Yeah.
As as always, thank you so much for being here, and thank you for always being here, spreading the message, especially the message of true democracy, human rights, and free and fair elections in Cambodia.
Mhm.
You've been to South Korea last week, right? Is it last week or
Yeah.
a little bit over last week?
Mhm.
How was it? I know it's cold. I know it's windy, but you know what? A lot of people show up. So describe how you feel.
Yeah. I feel great when I see our patriots, compatriots, and especially the younger ones, the youth in Korea, are united to help to rescue the country, especially to help restore democracy, which is destroyed by the Hun regime, has been going on for since 2017 when the CNRP was dissolved, and since then we never have any true democracies, only for talking for the sake of talking. So we went there, and the youth really want the big change. They want to really change the country to leadership, especially the Hun regime. So they were so enthusiastic, and our presence there with somebody represent the youth from CNRPA, also the special envoys for KMD, Khmer Movement for Democracy, and also with Madame Busukur, the president of KMD, was there too. So we were ecstatic. We're so happy to see our youth coming together to do the protest, to hold a protest. And we at no point in during the rally that they are frustrated or getting calm or quiet. They are always yelling for or doing something to say something, especially in the words that are so encouraging for our people in Cambodia and everywhere to stand up for our country, to stand up against this dictator in the Hun regime. So everyone joins, and they spend their own with their own money. They spend for the transportation and food and everything. But thanks to the weather, it was cooperative. It wasn't raining as expected. It was cold, but everyone was, since the crowd was so big, and everyone kind of keep themselves warm, the body temperature.
Um, I I think I read like over 3,000 youth show up, and
Mhm.
at the same time, it's very inspiring. This is not the first time that the protests happen. What was the protest about this time, Lupu?
Yeah, the protest was about the the one big reason is to ask the Hun regime to take Kokut case to the International Court of Justice, because having the two government, the Thai government and the Cambodian government, negotiating for over 24 years produces nothing except problems. And on the Cambodian side, uh, they were like losing land here and there, and water. Marine time was like at least they have the overlapping area. Yeah, the overlapping area for at least 26,000 kilometers square, and then the cockpit is gone, was gone, according to the memorandum of understanding of 2001. That was the negotiation between the Hun Sen and Thaksin, the former Thai prime minister. So that's why we asked them not to stop negotiation. That's the was the second demand, was stop negotiation. By bilateral talk doesn't produce any good for the country or for the people of both countries. And then we also ask them to accept the fact. The third reason is to ask them, say, hey, Kokut is part of Cambodia too, which is right now controlled by Thai government 100% already. So that's why we demanded the government to do uh, those three requests.
Um, Last time they were protesting about CLV, so that's about
Mhm.
four provinces, and now we're talking about islands. How come we keep running into issue where our neighbor country is coming to basically we let other country, the neighboring country, grabbing our land, claiming our land. In this case, Thailand said 100% it's their island. So why is it keep existing? Why is it the problem doesn't get solved? By how come doesn't get solved? Now we keep hearing about different locations, and
Yes,
people are
and
wondering why.
you know, the Hun regime did not or has not been thinking about sovereignty. That's number one, because they are puppet government of the Vietnamese regime that was controlling them since I believe since 1951, when the communist Cambodia Communist Party was created by Ho Chi Minh, and the CPP is still running this organization, this party. And so they don't really care much about the sovereignty and the neutrality of Cambodia. So when they come into power, all they care is the money and the ranks and that they have, that they can fool the people around. So like you mentioned earlier, we are missing land here and there. I checked the map earlier. The Thai Cambodian border has 817 kilometers. With Laos, we have 555 kilometers. With Vietnam, we have 1,133 kilometers. So we have a longest borders along the Thai Cambodian, I mean, the Vietnam and the Cambodian borders. But again, the French already negotiated with Thai and since 1907, that the borders that was marked in 1907, which is agreed by the Siam, we call it Siam, and along with the French protectorate at the time, that Cambodia, Kokut is part of Cambodia, and only if not only Kokut, but part of the um, land that along the Thai Cambodian borders, those many temples like Prasat Tamuan Toi, Prasat Tamuan Thom, also Prasat Tagabay were all belong to Cambodia, including Preah here. But we won the case in 1962, and ICC, International ICJ, the International Court of Justice, gave the Cambodia the upper hand to win. We won the case, and they also um, draw the borderline too. And Thai tend to cross the border, tend to move into the Cambodian side, and the Cambodian government did not have the strong will to stand up against the Thai's government that are ceding, coming to violating our territory, our sovereignty, and they just don't really pay attention to it until too late. like 2008, they were fighting, and now the Thai government is also moving armed forces to the Cambodian border, and on the Cambodian side is not doing anything. And this is really a deep concern for our compatriots, for our youth, especially our children when they grow up. Cambodia might be under either one part under Thai, and then the other part is under the Vietnamese colony. We don't want that to happen.
You are very nice in
Mhm.
saying that they don't care. It's not that they don't care. They care because they benefit from giving land or giving the use of land to Thailand or to Vietnamese, because those countries supported them. In addition to China, they supported them, talking about money wise, protecting the whole family, the whole clan. So you you are very nice in saying that they don't care, but they do care. They care about their own pocket. They care about their own family, which they don't care about the Cambodia people. The What I want to say is that in Cambodia, inside Cambodia, the people are crying, the people are starving, and a lot of land grab inside Cambodia from from the Hun family. So every location you go to, you hear people are protesting because they don't have land, because the government is taking their land or the tycoon is taking their land. And those and the regime is sending armed force to hurt the poor people, but at the same time you don't see them sending the armed force to the border. You don't see them sending anything to the border at all, and other countries just run free at the border. I don't think there's any border. So um, now, in this month, March 22nd, Mr. Samrangsi is going to have what it called the People Congress, what's called the Cambodian National Congress, and also it's called for National Resistance Movement. I am sure that all these things that happen, talking about corruption, talking about loss of our sovereignty, talking about how the people how were not treating with dignity, and cybercrime in Cambodia. It's forces you, forces me, forces Mr. Samrang Si to. I mean, we always think about Cambodia, but at the same time, we always look for what we can do for Cambodia. On March 22nd in Paris, it's going to have a national resistance movement, and also if our Khmer people been reading Luk Patin Samrang talking about Pagari, which is he's calling Blossom Forces. Can you tell our audience a little bit about what's going on? Um, why do we need this national resistance movement? Why do we have Khmer movement for democracy? Um, why is all of a sudden we have all these movements?
Yeah, actually, we have been trying for the solution. We have been trying so hard to find a good solution to help the betterment of Cambodia. And then somehow we got stuck. Say, hey, this government doesn't open the door for negotiation. So the people are dying, they are hurting, getting hurt every day, starving, and they also really thirsty for real democracy, for change, because the Hun regime keep oppressing them. And right now it's inside Cambodia, no one can even share our show or even click like. The government will follow them through their Facebooks and find out, whoever click like or share. They cannot click like, they cannot follow everyone, but they if they aim for someone, they're going after someone, they will try to find every excuse, say, hey, you guys are trying to incite the social peace in Cambodia. So we cannot let people live in Cambodia that way. So the people outside have enough power to or enough freedom to move together to unite. So that's why we form um, Khmer Movement for Democracy. So our youth in America or in somewhere in whoever's watching the show can understand. Say yes, Cambodian really need a movement, Khmer Movement for Democracy. This movement is to make change for Cambodia because right now Cambodian government doesn't have the rule of law. They only rule by words of whoever whatever Hun Sen said. That's what the government will follow. Because Hun Sen, we know that he is the prime the the president of the Senate, the former prime minister. But when it comes to power, he's taking over his own son, the Cambodian Prime Minister Hun Manet, has no power. So Hun Sen is taking collecting power everywhere. So we say that's another unjust to the Khmer people because they want to see the country going in the right direction, where while Hun Sen and Hun Manet allow this to happen and they are being oppressed. So we cannot sit still and watch our people, our compatriots suffering inside. So that's why Mr. Somransi formed this Cambodia National Resistance Movement, and that is to unite all the Khmer compatriots, Khmer patriot outside, to form this exiled government eventually into we make into real unity among all the factions, the pro-democracy movement outside the country, just like in Myanmar or in Tibet or in other countries in Africa. So that is why March 22nd is an important day. I encourage the youth everywhere. If you live around the French, uh, I think, yeah, in Paris, in that
Paris.
area, yeah, please join this Congress. Very important for you to show up your support because we really need your help. And all kinds of help is needed to make the change come true. So this is very important. Again, this Congress is going to show the Hun regime that the people outside everywhere. We had it in Australia, we had it in Korea, we had it in America, and we will soon have it in France and also in Canada too. April 5th, I believe, there will be one in Canada. So everywhere we're going to be united against this dictator by having an exiled government. This government uh, will form a real democracy, giving hope to the people who want to make change.
Um, and like Lupu said, everyone is welcome. There's
Mhm.
an invitation from Mr. Samrangsi on his Facebook page. He said, I invite all fellow Cambodians around the world who care about the fate of our nations to participate in or send representative to the Popular Congress of Cambodia National Rescue Party, knowing that this patriotic party remain alive in the hearts of all Cambodians. This invitation is also extended to supporters of the national resistance movement and those following the Blossom Force in Cambodia. The Congress will take place in Paris, France on March 22nd, 2025. So it's coming soon, like in 12 days. So for more detail, there's a poster everywhere. So let me know, let Ricky know if you are interested. If you couldn't get a hold of anybody in Paris, we in America will connect you with somebody in Paris for you to join. So if you are closer, if you are in Europe and you are closer to Paris, please take a day and join the movement. If you have not done anything in 2025, please join the movement because it is really important. And um, can you explain a little bit regarding the Blossom Forces or what Loputin safeguarding?
Yeah, it's actually it's a part of the movement that like Bangladesh or in Egypt, in many Arab countries, it's the Blossom movement. Uh, this movement actually uh, can be just in the heart, in the mind right now. You don't have to show any outside, like any physical sign that you are joining the movement. Just keep it in secret. Keep like in just keep it yourself, and I'll whisper to someone that we need to form this movement. This movement is real. A lot of people inside Cambodia, in the government, inside government, um, the uh, even some ministers did not really like the way Hun Sen is leading the country or taking the country to. So they really want change. So even them want to have want to help these kind of movements. So they are waiting for the people outside to form this. And the normal people, I know they're busy with the finding food and working to support the family, but and at the same time, you cannot just ignore this movement because it's going to help you actually liberate you from living in this society, this kind of society. And if you don't do anything, you just sit down and watch what other people are doing. It's gonna be you will be suffer for more. So for me, I would like to encourage everyone to join in your heart and in your mind and keep that a secret. Just one day, like one day it will come out, and then the blossom movement will come into in reality, and there you go. So this is why we need to do something to help our country to make change, because you are part of the change. You cannot just sit still and say I want change. You have to take some action. You have to participate. Yeah, you have to engage. That's my message to all of the people that want to see the difference and want to see this regime gone one day.
It's not only that. If I know many people have different perspective, many people feel differently regarding different topic. Like some people would feel they would see corruption and they would they would understand that Cambodia is full of corruptions. If you don't have money, if you don't have anyone who work in the ministry, there is no way you're gonna get to work in the ministry. And also when it get corruption when everywhere, if you go and do your ID, you have to actually give people, on top of the ID fee, you have to give people money so you be moving along the line and getting your ID. So everywhere is corruption. So if you feel you in Cambodia and you feel that corruption is something that you feel is strong about it, also join the movement like Ricky said, quietly. And I know many people being a victim of corruption, many people being a victim of a lot of stuff like land grab, especially now economy as well. um, in the supermarket, there's no movement in the supermarket. There's no movement in the beautiful that they spend borrowing China money at the airport. There's nobody coming in because there's cybercrime. And when you talk about cybercrime, you're talking about human trafficking. You're talking about corruption money, black money that move in and out of the casino. And many times not just foreigner that victim, it's Cambodian themselves that victim that got trapped into those working at those compound. So anyone, you don't have to 100% agree that, oh, I have to feel everything for me to join the movement. No, if you see, especially if you see something that is unfair in Cambodia, sooner or later it will be unfair to you as well. I think Dr. Kamle said in a matter of time that you will be a victim yourself. So, and we see again and again that happening. So please join the movement. Like the Buddha says, stay quietly for people inside Cambodia, but people outside Cambodia, um, we will have one in the United States as well, right? And for
Hmm.
the national resistance movement, probably in May, probably in June. But this is the first one in Paris, France. So please, if you are in Europe or you wanting to take a European trip, please join March 22nd. Um, be with people who feel passionate about Cambodia, who care and really concerned about Cambodia, and you be surrounded by people who not just there to drink, not there to party, but people who there who really concerned, who really genuinely concerned about Cambodia.
Yes. I just want to add a few more words on the youth for the youth. I know your parents, your grandparents escaped Cambodia during the 70s, the 80s, or the 90s as refugees coming to to America, to the free country here. Um, they went through a lot of pain and suffering. They have to spend their time crossing the dangerous area along the minefields in, Cambodian borders, Cambodian Thai borders, and then they have to spend months in there in along the camps. There were several camps along the borders, and before they got transported to the refugee processing center in Thailand, like Khawidang camp, and then they had to wait for the resettlement to United States. They have to pass the immigration test. And so before they come to the United States, they got transferred to a few more camps inside Thailand, and then most of them, some of them actually went to Indonesia, to Philippines, to learn cultural orientation and learn the language. And when they came here, they faced a lot of struggle with the language barriers and the cultural assimilation inside the United States. And this is tough. This was tough for them. But now a lot of older people, I noticed that they want to help. They want to give back to the country, so they participate. They participate in donating some money, times, and also some ideas, or they are engaging in the Congress or participating in the protest and the rally because they really want the country that they once their homeland. Now they want it to be freed. So to show your parents, your grandparents gratitude that you have been raised in the free country, please help them with what I just said. Whatever you can give is is welcome. Your could be your money, it could be your time, it could be your uh, energy, and also be involved. You can be one of the leaders. I know somebody, Linda, you were young, but there are also people that are about older than you that are still enjoying sitting down, spending times on the weekend and do nothing to help the country. By sitting down and do nothing, and without helping your grandparents, your parents that have once they came from their own country, their beloved motherland, I think it's not a good idea. So please get involved to save our race and our culture, and especially our country. Um, we call it the golden um, motherland, golden Cambodia. That's what Cambodia is known for. We have Angkor Wat, we have we have good people, but our culture has been destroyed. Our belief has been changed. Our country is getting smaller because of the what I just described earlier between the Vietnamese taking some part and the Thai taking some part, and now the Chinese people, actually some of the Chinese people, not all, uh, committing crimes like cyber crimes, human trafficking in Cambodia, online gambling. It's all kinds of dirty stuff. Even drug kingpins in there too. You know, they sell drugs and they try to poison the youth, trying to brainwash their mind so that when they grow up, they won't be thinking about patriotism, about nationalism at all.
One of the topic that the youth might resonate is when it's come to the youth overseas, they always want they understand what democracy is. They understand what human right is because like this country it drill into them what is democracy. So Cambodia, just to let our youth know, Cambodia is still struggle with political repressions, meaning there's no real political opposition since the regime dissolved CNRP, and Cambodia still struggle with corruption. Like I said it many times, Lupu said it, and especially human right abuse. So the youth overseas understand democracy in the democracy country so they can advocate for justice, support grassroots movement, and also bring international attention to issue affecting Cambodians. So that is very important, especially the youth in America, that they're able to speak English, the English language where the people, everyone can understand. So it's very important to bring the issue to the international attention. If you talk to someone, they might not know where Cambodia is. But if we talk enough, if the youth talk enough about Cambodia, post a lot about Cambodia on TikTok or Instagram or Facebook, many of their friends would understand, oh, this is where Cambodia. And Cambodia right now is struggling with political repressions, um, corruptions, and human rights. That's one of the issue, one of the many issue that inside. Also, if the youth talk enough about Cambodia, they would talk about transnational repression. And many people might not know that political opposition many times flee to Thailand to hide from prosecution by the regime or threat by the regime. But at the same time, those people doesn't, even though they're in Thailand, they're not able to be free. It's still being threatened by the regime. Lupu have not brought up the issue. Last week you went to protest, and who is it? The foreign, the embassy
The ambassador,
ambassador.
Trương Bottom Rangse, threatened the youth that if they join the protest, the Korean authority will handcuff them and put them in jails. That was the threat. That was a liar. It was a she was a liar. She lies to the public, and it was in the facts when people started protesting. When we were leading the protest, the authority, the police, were helping, actually keeping the peace along the roads. We travel for a while, and I go around the blocks, and the truth is that those people really want change too. They really want to help our people. The Korean government, the Free South Korean Republic, wants to help us as well. So the government were afraid of the protests. That's number one, because they don't want change. They want to keep oppressing their own citizens, the Khmer people, for another 5, 10 years. They have been doing this for 40 years already, boys and girls, or you know the countrymen for this that are watching the show. Please understand that Cambodia does not have the true freedom that people can enjoy. People cannot talk freely. It has been going on for many years, for more than 4 decades now. This is old. We need to change this. And some people even die without seeing the real democracy exist or restore in Cambodia, and that is very sad. So again, the government, not just that ambassador in Korea, there's also ambassador in Thailand too, ambassador in America, the consular in Long Beach, wherever the CPP, the Cambodian People Party, can have access to the general public, they would send the same transnational repression message. Say, if you are supporting this team or these real movement for democracy, you are going to be in trouble. That's a threat. And we are working on that as well for the bill to pass so that we can take those people to court or actually report it to the Trump administration to send them back. Say, hey, if you like the regime that are running the country right now, oppressing people like that, and why are you in this country? Go back to Cambodia to live with uh, the government of Hun Sen or Hun Manet. That's the real peace that they were talking about.
And the thank you piece.
The thank you peace. So that again, this is unbelievable that the Cambodian official said that in public, make the Korean authority laughing at them. That again, they bring the demise to their own to themselves.
Yeah, it's horrible. So in short, we were talking about the youth involvement. It is very important that Cambodian youth oversee, because we want them to be a voice in the international forum or on the international stage, influence policy that affects Cambodia. So we don't just want one youth, we want many youth. We want you to like the youth from South Korea, the youth from Thailand, everywhere. We want them to be able to represent Cambodia. And especially in America, we just don't want somebody just one by himself. We want other youth to get involved, other youth to when you show up on the international stage, you say, "Oh, this is Cambodia. This is Cambodian youth representing and bringing the issue to the international stage." And that's what I really encourage. Hopefully, our audience can send in their kid. So, no, you want to talk about join the movement? Speak to Lokrikia, speak to me, or anyone on CNLP America, especially the live show. We have show for 7 days in Khmer, in English, and we all can read and can understand English. So reach out to us and say, hey, I have a youth or myself, I want to get involved. How do I get involved? Look, Ricky and I know that we probably put protests on maybe every 3 months. We have a protest.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
so join our protest. And we
right.
don't have a protest, we have a congress going on. We always have a community get together.
Hmm.
In Long Beach, in Modesto, Stockton, San Francisco, North Carolina, Massachusetts, you name it. We have always have events going on. We just had a woman training in Florida last week, Jacksonville, Florida. So we are everywhere, and we are not going away. Please join our movement. Lopurikia is everywhere. And if you follow Lopurikia, if Lopurikia go to South Korea and you are happen to be in South Korea, you join Lopu.
Hmm.
Where you gonna go next, Lopu?
I would be traveling to Long Beach,
Yeah,
and
on
then
the,
yeah,
on the
Long Beach
30th.
on the 29, 28, 29, and 30, and
Yes.
then we're gonna go to the Philippines for several days there, and then come back. We're gonna go to DC in on April 25th, 27th, 25th, 26th, 27th, and then there will be a big one in Korea again on the 76th Khmer Kram anniversary, and also we have a big congress in the United States in the middle of June. And this, let me send the three message to the youth here. Number one, like I said earlier, show your parents gratitude that you appreciate by don't just talk to them, but show them that you want to learn where they come from. That's my first step. talk to them, but also do some research online. Study, and then second, study the Cambodian history. Yes, and then try to find out what's going on. I know sometimes you do not like the picture, the people are suffering all the time, but that's real life. That's your blood, that's your race that are facing every day. So if you are scared of the blood or the maybe some cussing word that people are using, that's the fact that happened in Cambodia nowadays. So Cambodia doesn't have peace. That's my second message. My third message is to get involved after you talk to your parents, you study the history. Now the time is action. Take action. Yeah, by talking to your parents, to your community leaders. If you live in Long Beach, we have people over there in Long Beach. We have, uh, for example, the CNRP leaders like Sok Leng, Bong Sinat. I just mentioned a few. Vietnam, if you're in Pomona, you have Linda, you have people that live in the area, her parents, her uncles, and then we have in San Diego. We have chapters everywhere. We have even in LA. If you live in California, talk to the people in Oakland, the CNRP Oakland, or San Jose, or Stockton. We have Sacramento. We also have CNRP in Modesto, Fresno. I know you can name it everywhere. And in the East Coast, the same way too. So get involved and talk to um, uh, your siblings or to your friends, Cambodian friends that show interest in participating for this change, because we are working hard for so many years already since the 1980, the 90s, and 2000, and now we're in the 2020. We are still working hard. And I know, do it every day. Actually, we spend times. I know sometimes you're helping the community, but that's also giving back to the community. Like we were helping the monks, the temple, Linda too. That's also part of the community. When you help the monk, you help the temple, you're also contributing your time to help your race, to help to keep your culture alive. But then you can also giving big help to help the country, to rescue the country with 17 million to live freely. That's even better than just providing the small help here. But eventually, you're gonna get involved and learn more by doing good deeds to give back to the community, to your people, and to your country.
And don't just listen to us. If
Hmm.
you believe that, oh, Cambodia doesn't need help, just look at Human Rights Watch report, look at the corruption index. Those are not issued by the regime. Those are um, international platform that they did a study on Cambodia. They did so it's not something that we say, oh, Cambodia, look, and I just keep saying Cambodia has a lot of corruption. No, international community even know that Cambodia have corruption, cybercrime. We are not bad mouthing Cambodia, that Cambodia is full of cybercrime, cyber criminal running wild, wild west in Cambodia. But in reality, it's wild west. And in America, you look at the State Department report on cybercrime, cyber criminal. In Cambodia, those are those are valid report that you can look at and you can understand from those. Um, Linda and Lopuriki are not just saying it. We have backup evidence. We have people that living inside Cambodia express their concern, express their suffering, and on how the regime for the last 40 years been nothing but destroying Cambodia, truly destroying Cambodia. And
Hmm.
like I have many show talking about land grabbing. Said, why is it for the last 40 years the issue of land grab does not solve? You will see different provinces, you see different locations that just people are crying out about losing their land. The regime is kicking off so their land, and I keep saying that's just a cancer that does not resolve. Corruption is a cancer in society, and like cancer, you have to remove it to until you get well. So that's how the regime is. It's a CPP, or the whole regime is a cancer to Cambodia.
True. There's so many people, our people, and not just our people, the party people. We are talking about environmentalists. We're talking about the people that are independent, working independently, trying to help spread the message, positive message to help the community. They were put in jail. They are in jail right now too. Like Sun, the teacher of the October 23rd, 1991 Paris Peace Accord, he's spreading the message of peace. Also put in jail along with his colleague, Pierre, and also the Mother Nature activists. The five of them, five youths are in jail. And then we have a few individuals from the independent, um, just independent news, also in jail. And then we have people from the Candlelight Party and what is that, CNRP and the People Power Party, the also in jail too. So we need to understand that Cambodian politics are very bad, deleting um, uh, by by this regime or led by these regimes taking the wrong turn. We almost got real democracy, very getting close when CNRP was running in the election, but because our vote was stolen and manipulated, then we end up losing the votes because the national election committee were run by the government, and now it's still controlled by the government. There's no way to help to help the country by voting because this corrupted government, corrupted to the bones, is running the country. Those officials are taking monies. So the chance for us to get back to reclaim Cambodia is to stand up together and join the movement. That's the only way. And we are going to do the blossom flower, the movement from the inside. One day, again, reserve your energy, your times for this important cause, for the important movement that will happen in near future.
Yes, if you are close to Paris, France, please join the movement on March 22nd this
Mhm.
month. So back to if you care about the fate of Cambodia, the fate of our nations too. So please join. It's called Popular Congress of the Cambodian National Rescue Party, or the supporter of National Resistance Movement. Also, those have been following Lok Samrang Si Facebook. He keep hashtagging Blossom Forces Kari, and please follow that. Please know that if you are in Cambodia, please know that we outside we are working hard. We are working hard to mobilize. The diaspora community is never forget about the people in Cambodia. So please quietly join the movement, and if you outside, please show up and join the movement.
Yeah, I think that's what we expected to see. I know when everyone is working together, our chance of reclaiming democracy or restoring democracy in Cambodia is going to become a reality. But if just a few of us are working, then of course our goal is not going to be successful. But we're going to keep encouraging everyone to join, please. And that's what our show today is all about. And I know we want to, yes, it's okay. We can end up a little sooner. That's fine. And I think that's the message for me, from me to all of our youth, our Khmer children, Khmer citizen everywhere, to please help our rescue our motherland and our race, save our race, our culture, our language, our food, you know, and our people in time. And you are going to be proud of who we are, you know, when we win the movement, when our movement become successful. We're going to be proud of ourselves right now. Maybe where we go to Cambodia and say, "Oh, Cambodia! Wow, these are the people that are committing cyber crimes. That's the best, the worst country in cybercrime, in and also the worst drinkers, the worst uh, group of people that are using meth everywhere. And we cannot save our face by having these people destroying our dignity, our heritage.
And we can have beautiful uncle what, but a beautiful uncle what come with the price of corruption, come with the price of cyber criminal running wild in Cambodia. Nobody, especially foreigner that truly love democracy and love human right, they would not be spending a penny in Cambodia for that reason. And tourism is very low in Cambodia. So if you look at it, that's one of the major reason is that Cambodia is famous for the wrong reason. That is some cyber criminal, cyber crime in Cambodia. Thank you so much, Lukpu. Like we said, we will be in Long Beach March 30th. Please join us in Long Beach. That's one. If you are around Paris or you are in Europe, please visit Paris, France on March 22nd and join the movement. We will have more coming out. Like Lukpu said, big protests in March and Korea and South Koreans, all this stuff. So please, there is no excuse for you not to, for anyone not to join your movement. There's no excuse that I don't know what happening. Please, I believe we flooded with Facebook. Just follow us, follow Lukpu, follow anyone who love democracy and who really care about Cambodia. Please join one of our movement. If you are in the East Coast, West Coast, anywhere, we have CNRPA branches that can let you know what's going on. So please, there's no excuses. There's no excuses for you to be on the sideline and stay and quietly and waiting or not waiting. So on that note, thank you so much, Lukpu. I will see
Thank
you
you.
in April. So
So we're gonna
Lukpu,
see each other in actually at the end of March.
the end of March, but we see on the live show in April. So
Oh yeah,
yeah,
another
so
show, yeah, in
yeah,
April.
we'll
Yeah, the new year coming
I'll
up
see you.
too.
Yeah, I see you in
Okay.
March, and we'll get on the first week of April to be on live with the youth. So thank you so much for Lukpu for
Yeah, you're
what you have
welcome to you
done.
too. Yeah.
So thank you, and I will see you when I see you in Long
Yeah.
Beach.
All right. Bye bye, everyone.
Thank you, everyone, for joining our show. It is at the end. Um, Please like and share our show. Like I said, there is no excuse for you to be sitting on the sideline and watching us protest or watching us putting an event together and you not joining. So please contact myself or contact Lupuriki or anyone in CNLPA America, especially this Facebook Live. We live 7 days a week. On Tuesday, we have English, but the rest is in Khmer. If you put in the comments on the chat, I do read them. Please let me know. I really do want to encourage you to get involved. And like I said, the youth will bring attention to the international community. The youth will bring what's going on in Cambodia on the international stage. So please join us. And I hope to see more you getting involved. So I will see you next Tuesday. Thank you so much and have a good evening or morning wherever you are. Thank you.